Has nobody been able to hear me the entire time? Have you guys been able to hear me once? Once? Fellas? And if it's going in and out, reset stream. Additional threat, it still is. But check it. We have some supercells out here off the coast. This looked a little more robust, a little more impressive just earlier. And it's kind of exiting this axis of instability that kind of is sitting right here. But I think the Tampa Bay area and the Tampa area in general has a much higher tornado threat in the near term. And that's why I decided to go live now instead of wait. This is the observed photograph out of Tampa, guys. Right now, this thing is ridiculous. The amount of low-level shear here is just stupid. Look at that huge low-level curvature. Not a lot of deep layer stuff to deal with. It doesn't go off, but almost entirely comprised of low-level shear. We have almost 400 meters squared per second squared of storm relative helicity in the lowest 1 kilometer. So this thing is cooking, cooking. We have these supercells in Tampa right now. Kind of dog leg. It kind of worries me because they have a tendency to spin up. This thing kind of disappeared. And that happens because it's outrunning the instability. Now the real concern here is, see this band right here. This is the low right there. Pretty cool. But along this low, you have this one confluence band that shoots out, jets out all the way back here. This is where we're going to see, discrete or semi-discrete development. And that's going to carry over into Western Florida tonight. And that's why this 5% is there, because, it's... If these things can remain in the instability axis, right, they can sit in the instability, and they can continue to spin, they have a chance of producing tornadoes and for sure waterspouts off the shore. Now, it's difficult to say how much waterspout potential they have because of the lapse or tornado potential they have because of the lapse rates. Like the low-level lapse rates are sub 6 out here, and that's not usually good. But in Florida, it doesn't matter. That's usually the argument there. Like in Dixie or in the plains, you're never going to get a tornado with 5 degrees Celsius a kilometer lapse rates. I mean, you can obviously, but but in stuff like Dixie and Florida, sometimes you see suboptimal conditions, but because the shear is so high, sometimes it doesn't matter. But they're not amazing, but they're okay. Howdy, Gray. Everybody say hi to the alien. Everybody say hi to each other. Everybody intermingle with each other. But again, the lapse rates are suboptimal, I would say. They're not great. They're not good, but they're normal for Florida. I'm not impressed. You know what I mean? I expected it to be like this. We have a ton of instability out here. But as you can see, most of the supercells that we're really actually concerned with out in the Tampa area are kind of outrunning that instability. They're kind of getting away from the instability. So, I mean, earlier we had a fairly robust supercell out here, and it was even had a special marine warning on it for waterspouts because they don't have anything to continue to support their updrafts. But south, south of this area, we have more instability to work with, and that will be the concern moving forward, is we'll actually have sufficient instability. Again, not a lot in terms of good lapse rates to continue with, but solid instability that's supportive, especially along the coast. Any tornado that comes on the coast, there's a lot of homes on the coast. I mean, it's Florida, you know what I mean? Everybody likes to live along the coast. So even if it's a waterspout that has a brief landfall, this thing is only on the ground for 3 more minutes after landfall, it's going to go through a lot of populated areas. I mean, imagine a landspout making landfall near Venice. I mean, that's a big deal. And especially with Florida, everywhere along the coast has mobile home parks. You know what I mean? So And another thing with Florida is the homes aren't built to withstand tornadoes or something like that. This is a different kind of area. So we just have to watch this continue. I went live because I think these are again, those are concerning given their discreteness along the Tampa area, and especially with, again, the observed photographs, the observed vertical wind profiles from Tampa they're even better now. The vertical wind profile from Tampa, as you can see, is ridiculous. I mean, look at this low-level shear here. And, I mean, that is a lot of low-level shear. Bam! 366 meters squared per second squared in the lowest 1 kilometer. I mean, that's wild. That's a lot. That's a lot. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. I assume what is a meso. I assume a mesoscale discussion. I imagine a tornado watch is coming really, really soon. Wow, okay. Me and the SPC, if you didn't think my concern for supercells entering the Tampa Bay region with the incredible vertical wind profiles, the SPC has put out a mesoscale discussion as I'm talking about it. So if you didn't think I knew what I was talking about, there we go. Watch issuance is 40%, not amazing. I'm a little surprised how low the watch issuance is, but again, profiles show very large low-level vertical shear, very weak cape, but dew points near 70 degrees Fahrenheit suggest the potential for surface-based updraft. If one of these cells can be sustained as it moves onshore, there is a chance of damaging wind gusts or a brief tornado. The threat area and overall risk remains rather marginal at this time, but is closely monitored for a possible tornado watch if trends continue. So we'll just have to look. Again, this is the area, and it actually just got updated on my end. But again, these supercells are pretty rapidly approaching the Tampa area. And this one is actually staying around for a bit. It's split. It actually split into a left-moving supercell and a regular right mover. And then another supercell right here that's kind of dog is this little popcorn supercell here. We've seen a lot of these supercells today where they're just entirely comprised of a meso, and that's it. They have no storm structure. They're just a mesocyclone. And really... Guys, this is still the first time using this format here. Is the double scroll over with some stuttering issues. Stream has some stuttering issues. Okay, hold on. That could be an issue. I could fix that. Hold on. Let me fix this. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, we'll lower the bit rate a little more. All right. Am I good to hear? Am I good? Everybody hear me all right? Everybody hear me all right? Are we caught up? Stream all good? Make sure you're caught up as well. Make sure that, you loaded in live and it's all good. Well, and let me exit out of GR2 real quick and re-enter, because for some reason I'm trying to use velocity and velocity is not working. Schmebinator. Eben made the thumbnail, by the way. They take up a fair bit of the real estate. See, part of that is intentional because GR2 has a lot of areas on the right. And hold on, let me just show as an example. I'll disable all of it. You can see there's a lot of clutter on the screen, and I don't think it's as visually appealing. Right? Like, I think if someone randomly entered, they see this and they'd be like, "Oh, this doesn't look professional," or something. And I wouldn't think about that normally, but after the stream on December 9th, we had a total of 500 viewers, right? A total of 500 unique viewers. So I have to take this seriously now because people were obviously coming in and out. People were obviously cutting out. Like, oh my gosh. Everybody thank Eben. Everybody thank Eben. Everybody thank Eben for that. Thank you, Eben. Thank you, Evan. I really do appreciate that. But this just makes it a little more professional, I guess you could say. A little more appealing to the eyeballs. You know, people aren't going to just dip out. But given that I know that there is actually an audience that was coming in and out of these streams that were using, I have to start taking these more seriously and not just say it's a weather stream, you know, on KEAS YouTube world. But this is, so people are actually watching these. You know, if this gets picked up, I'd want whoever there is to stay. Okay, can I ask you something? What's up? What's up? Is stream still stuttering? Guys, make sure you're caught up. I don't know what's going on. I think it might be a little bit with the internet. I know we were looking at the supercell area, and I know the storm will change a lot, but can you check GFS December 23rd to 24th? I know it'll change, but can you look at that day real quick? I'm about to go. Can't you look at it yourself? It's on Pivotal. PivotalWeather.com. You can look at the GFS and go to that day. Unless you want, why that day specifically? What's up? If you're curious about snow potential, virtually nobody is going to get a white Christmas. If that's something you're curious about. Not snow. What's up? I'll go on COD, or I'll go on Pivotal. What do you want me to show for that time frame? I'll use Energy Helicity Index, just because I imagine that's what you're curious about. You're curious about a possible severe weather event 190 hours out. A 190 hours out. My friend, that is really far out. I mean, I can't tell you much. You know, if we just take what the sounding says, there'd be some very minor conditional tornado potential. I mean, we have sub-60s dew points. That's not ideal. Low-level shear isn't great. Deep layer shear isn't even that great. Popcorn storms, you know, with a tornado, with a brief tornado potential. I mean, we'll just have to look. I'm not impressed, but I mean that can change. It's left because of the pattern change that we've experienced, but just keep an eye. Stream is seem to be chopping out, man. Audio's flickering. I'm trying to fix this. I don't know what's going on right now. To be honest, I don't want to drop the video bitrate all the way down that low because then the stream might poop its pants, but we'll drop it down there. I'll just ooh. Hello? Okay, there we go. I hear you clear. Okay, that's good. Some issues. We're kind of in view of the terminal here and might as well look at the terminal. And I mean, these storms still have kind of mesos on them. You know, it's hard. It's kind of hard to see because we're looking at a terminal 1,000 feet aloft. I mean, that's not ideal, but hey, just have to still keep an eye. This guy is looking more interesting. He's got more of a curved look to him, and that's certainly something of interest. But if you know, the velocity isn't that impressive. A lot has changed storm evolution wise in just a few minutes as well. We'll just have to keep an eye out. We just have to keep looking at these guys. And this is probably going to last quite a long time. The tornado threat will persist for quite a while. We also have some new convection down here that is looking explosive. There's a ton of lightning strikes, so we'll have to look at that. See what that's about. Oh, hello there. You are impressive. You are kind of a clustered blob, though. Pretty blobby, ugly structure. Nothing really supercellular about that. Just a big blob. A big stormy convective blob. Fellas, what do we get on DoorDash? What do we get on DoorDash tonight? Because we're pulling the trigger on that. You know, and Gray, I'm really thinking about what you said about this is like it looks like a scenario. And it does. It does look, especially with S font, because I'm an EAS creator, but I think that might work against me here. Why did SPC suddenly downgrade 60% watch probability to 40%? I think the 60 prob watch was more down here. It's more of southern Florida. This is very on the line. Tampa's just on the line of the 5 tour. Tampa's just on the line of the 5 tour, and it's a very skinny 5-2 tour. So once you kind of exit Tampa, there's little to no tornado probs, and I think that's what they were doing is they're really, you know, they don't know whether to, yeah, it's right there on the edge of the 5 tour. So they don't know if they're going to issue a watch for that area, that general area there. Of Florida does have I think it still has a continued greater watch probability as we move forward. I'm looking at DoorDash and I'm looking at what's available. Taco Bell as always, but well, you know, hold on. Papa John's delivers till 12:45. An entire pizza. Pizza, Subway, Burger King, Five Guys. Five Guys on DoorDash is horrible. Burger King, Subway, Taco Bell, Burger King. 2 Burger Kings. Man, Taco Bell sounds good. I'm not even going to sit here and lie. I'm feeling a little bit of Taco Bell tonight. Do I get the Nacho Bel Grande? Tacos, or can I? Is there an option to just get what I normally get? Cause I'll get Nacho Bel Grande, add rice. I would suggest that to all you out there. Add seasoned rice to your Nacho Bel Grande. If you are at Taco Bell anytime soon, add rice to your Nachos Bel Grande. We'll get that. We'll get, and I think we'll just load up on soft tacos too. I mean, why not, right? No, I don't want like a soft taco supreme though. Ooh, never mind. We'll get a cheesy gordita crunch, and then I think we'll top it. Can everybody still hear me all right? What is going on with stream right now? Yeah? I don't know what's going on with stream. Maybe it's my internet. But if anybody else is having those problems, please let me know. I don't know. So it's not being fun. No lettuce. Add tomato. Gotta eat, baby. I don't care how much it is. Boy's gotta eat. Boy has got to eat. $28. Oh my god. $28. $28. Oh man, I don't know about that. Oh man, 28 bucks. What's up, Hypernova? Hold on, let me go look at food before pulling.